welcome to Shelby Township Parks and Recreation in the News. I'm Joe Youngblood, and with me today is Cindy Martell from the Parks and Recreation Department. Here on the Parks and Recreation Show, we like to keep our residents updated with all of our latest events and programs and anything new in the park system. Well, Cindy, summer's definitely here, and it's just a rite of passage here in Shelby Township, the Summer Recreation Day Camp program. Program's been going on for over 35 years, and just wanted to have you on today to talk a little bit about the program. What schools do we have this year? Because I know sometimes you got to deal with construction at the schools and so on and so forth. So I believe we have 3 schools this year?
We do have 3 schools this year, and you're right, it does vary from year to year.
Sure.
This year we have Beacon Tree, Duncan, and Morgan Elementaries.
Well, 2 of the 3 are the newest elementary schools in Utica schools. So.
Yeah, nice schools, nice equipment.
Very nice. In Beacon Tree, I know the playground is the only basketball hoop that have the glass slash plexiglass backboard, so it's a beautiful playground there.
Yeah, it's very nice. The kids enjoy it out there.
Now, if you just want to give us a little bit, a day at Summer Rec Day Camp, so they get there at 9 o'clock. I know they end at 2, but what would generally happen in a day at Summer Rec?
Well, first of all, you're right, it is from 9 to 2, but the senior leaders are responsible for preparing a calendar a week ahead of time that we send out to all the parents, so they kind of have an idea of the whole week, actually.
You get that the week before.
Right, and it's a good staple for the staff to kind of go by for each day. But of course, if the kids are bored with something, we'd like to change things up. So it's just kind of a good staple to go by. But the day kind of starts out with, the kids playing in the gym, getting the day going. They go outside. They can have a soccer game going, a couple soccer games, depending on how many kids are interested in playing that.
So it sounds like a lot of different choices they'll get.
They
a few
do.
Different choices anyways, yeah.
They do. There may be something going on in the gym and something going on outside.
Right.
They come back in for lunch. Then they also have different games and things going on, arts and crafts. We usually have one special event that we bring in, like a magic show or something, once a week.
Yeah.
There's different stuff like that going on. On Friday after lunch, the ice cream truck comes, so the kids get to buy an ice cream after lunch.
Now, is that on a set day each week, or does it just vary and they just have to check the calendar?
They can check the calendar. Generally, the ice cream truck is every Friday. But the special events vary from week to week, so that's why we kind of send it out the week ahead of time so parents kind of know based on what day they want to send their kids. They can choose based on what events we have going on for each day. So.
And then, I mentioned about Summer Rec being, a long-running program over 35 years. And just the amount of calls we get and the registration we get, it is a very popular program. And this is something I remember back when I was at Chrisman Elementary. Believe it or not, they had Summer Rec way back then. And I remember it was one of my greatest memories, going to Summer Rec, and we'd have field day and just playing with the kids basketball, baseball, football, and then like you said, you had arts and crafts. And it's just a wonderful program, and the kids love it. Keeps them busy during the summer. Don't have to hear all day long, I'm so bored. So you have to go to Summer Rec. Gets them away from their handheld devices for a little bit, get out and play. And I think mom and dad or grandma and grandpa really enjoy it too, because it's a chance to have the kids with some type of structure.
Right. It's an organized thing that they can come and play with. If their friends are busy on vacation that week, well, then there's other kids there at the site for them to play with. So it is a nice opportunity to keep them busy and breaks up the day for moms and dads or grandma and grandpas, whoever's watching the kids. So.
Now, I have a couple of questions, and I'm sure some of the parents do also. Is as far as a lunch each day, what do the children do for a lunch?
They pack their own lunch every day. So we suggest you put like an ice pack or something in there, or freeze the juice box so that it can thaw throughout the day and keep the lunch cool at the same time.
So they don't have fridges?
We don't have refrigerators.
Probably don't have 120 spots for a fridge, yeah.
Right, exactly. So they do bring their own sack lunch every day.
Okay, and what's the timeline? It's Monday through Friday.
Yep.
And is it 9 o'clock start?
9 a.m. to 2 p.m. every day. Starts on June 16th and goes for 8 weeks.
And that's something fairly new, the second or third year of 8 weeks?
Yeah, I think this is the second year we've done 8 weeks instead of 6 weeks.
And how's that working out, 8 weeks as opposed to 6?
I think very well. There's been a good response from the parents. It gives them a little bit longer, something structured for them to do. And
lead them right up through the beginning of school, basically.
Right, exactly. Yep.
Now, if you have certain children, maybe they have football camp on Tuesdays and Thursdays or dance or something, are they able to come whenever they want?
Yeah, absolutely. It's totally up to the parents.
But the cost is the same. And what is the cost? I'm sorry, I forgot that.
It's $200 for the first child.
Okay.
$100 for the second child, and $50 for every child thereafter for the whole entire 8 weeks.
Yeah, well, you can't beat the price for 8 weeks.
It's a very good price. I mean, you do have a few additional costs, like I said, with those special events that we bring in, but they're anywhere from $2 to $5 a week extra, and we do collect those at the site.
All right. And what's the age group for the children, or what grade?
It goes by grade. You got to be entering 1st through 6th grade in the fall.
Okay. We did have some calls, I know, in the office about some people asking about the junior high program. If we have any interest there, what are we doing with that?
We're taking a waiting list for people that are interested in a program like that. We did years ago have a site where we had enough, kids there to run a site, but unfortunately, it just didn't get a lot of response.
Right.
If we do get a lot of response, we would be open to having a junior high site from 6th through 8th grade and being able to have organized activities for that age group. So if someone's interested, they just give the office a call. We'll take their name and phone number, and if we get enough people, we'll certainly get a hold of them and get something like that organized.
And the senior leaders that are in charge of the site, what's their background, experience, teaching? Are they high school kids, college?
They are all, actually this year they are all teachers, some in Utica Community Schools, one at Romeo High School. So they are obviously graduated from college with elementary education degrees.
So they have that experience to be in the classroom. That's very important because
it is.
100 and some kids on summer rec are usually a little bit excited,
Yeah, exactly.
So they still try to have that structure and for the safety, of all the kids.
Absolutely.
And speaking of safety, so we have 1st grade through 6th. How do you ensure that the kids are safe when they're playing an active sport? Is there any way they're split up?
Yes, they are split up between lower elementary and upper elementary to make it obviously age appropriate and to keep things safe. So, and we always have, at least 1 or 2 staff members. It's 1 to 10 ratio for the children. So there's always a couple staff members if we do have a sports game going on.
Oh, good. Well, a summer recreation day camp, that's something that, not only here in Shelby Township, but across America, is something that kids look forward to all summer long. Looks like it's going to be a warm summer. On that note, is there air conditioning inside the building? Because I know we get calls on that sometimes.
Yes, I've had a few years where the air has broken down, and we definitely got calls about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the schools have air conditioning, and we do, utilize that. And we obviously have water breaks for the kids if they are outside playing. We are very conscious of that. So make sure they come in, take a break, cool down, have some water.
So they do have air conditioning.
They do.
When I was at summer rec, believe it or not, we didn't have any air conditioning, and we all survived. Can
You're
you believe
dating
it?
yourself, Joe.
I know, but it's amazing that
you do survive, yes.
Kids are resilient, and it doesn't have to be 68 degrees and inside. It's nice to get outside and sweat a little bit and be active.
It's
Very
true.
important.
Absolutely. And actually, we have 2 more weeks yet before summer rec starts and school ends. We have openings at Duncan Elementary and Beacon Tree Elementary. Morgan Elementary has filled. We've reached our maximum there, but we still do have openings at Duncan and Beacon Tree. So all you got to do is call the office, and we'd be more than happy to register.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for talking about Summer Recreation Day Camp 2014. Cindy, switching gears a little bit, we have our 2014 summer concerts coming up. And what are the concerts that we have this year and the dates?
We have a concert on Wednesday, July 9th. We're having Square Pegs back. They were here last year.
That was one of the most popular ones we've ever had.
It was crazy.
And I know Stacy from Cable raved about them. And that's one of the reasons we brought them back along with her. And we've had some residents call that just said one of the best bands we've ever had.
It was great to see the crowd so involved, and everyone, even as they were walking away, I was happened to be there too myself, and everyone was just raving about them. So they'll be back on Wednesday, July 9th at 7 o'clock. And then we have the Marley Ritaville Band on Wednesday, July 16th at 7.
They're always a popular band. We've had them for a long time. Just have a great following. The whole family can come out, and a lot of kids up there dancing.
Yeah, they get the whole crowd involved
Yeah,
for
they
sure.
do.
And they've been at a lot of our different events, so people are familiar with them.
Right.
And then we, new this year, we have Justine Blazer on Wednesday, July 30th at 7, and she does country rock.
This is one I'm excited to see.
Yeah.
It's right from Nashville.
Right
believe
from
it or not.
Nashville.
And that's, you guys heard that right? We have a country singer coming up from the heart of country music, Nashville, Tennessee. So
Yeah.
it's Justine Blazer, and she's I don't know if I mentioned you, Cindy. She actually sang the national anthem at an Indianapolis Colts game in the NFL. So that kind of goes to show you, if the NFL is having her sing,
Right.
she must be pretty good. So
Yeah, absolutely.
looking forward to that night.
Yeah, me too. So we have this on our Facebook page, on our website. So if you want to write down the dates on your calendar, it's July 9th, the 16th, and the 30th at 7 p.m. on the Shelby Township Municipal Grounds.
All Wednesdays.
All Wednesdays. So we're going to pray for no rain on Wednesdays.
Very good. Now, you mentioned Facebook, Cindy, and our Facebook page has really taken off. The amount of uses that we have for now is amazing, especially as an example, and you can touch on canceling, because we've had some nasty weather
Yes,
with
we
these
have.
rain delays, and we're able to use that. And boy, that gets to the people quickly.
It does very quickly. I mean, it's really a great tool for us as well, being able to get a message out to people fast, and a big number of people,
Right.
a mass of people. We had cancellations for Little League, for adult softball, for our youth soccer games. We can get the message out to them fast. People don't have to rush around then from work or wherever they're at or what they're doing. They know right away that things are canceled.
So to get those messages, they just have to like us.
Just have to like
Simple
us
as
on
that.
Facebook. Yeah.
Very good. And also, we have all of our events up there
We do.
for anything we have going
We
on.
try our best to keep things, as they're coming up,
Right.
give everybody reminders, and
Social media,
yes,
the new wave.
it is.
Very good. Well, Cindy, thanks for being on the show today. We appreciate it, and everyone's looking forward to Summer Recreation 2014.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. We'll be right back after these messages.
Special thanks to Larry Davis Capital Management for sponsoring one of our Shelby Township Little League teams.
Hello and welcome back to Shelby Township Parks and Recreation in the News. Now we're ready for our special segment, Burgess Shadbush Nature Center. Carrie, that's a tongue twister sometimes.
Yeah.
With our park supervisor, Carrie Crozier. Carrie, thanks for being on today. Earlier we had Cindy on. We were talking about our summer recreation day camps. Summer's here. It's a great time in Parks and Rec. Very busy. Carrie, at the Nature Center, we have some wonderful camps coming up, and this goes for 8 weeks.
Exactly. We'll be running camps actually a little longer than 8 weeks, Joe. All the way from the next week, I think, is all the way through the end of August.
Nice.
The only week we don't have a camp is the 4th of July week. But there's so many different camps.
And these are all 1 week long.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And basically we have so many camps that if people would like more information,
Sure.
They can call Parks and Recreation or they can call the Nature Center for the actual dates of the camps, the times, and if there's any fee involved.
And it's on our website.
Correct.
And if anyone hasn't been to our website, if we can pull that up on the screen here, the shelbytwp.org. Click on the Parks and Rec, and then you go over to the Nature Center section and find all the listing of the camps right off of the newsletter that's on the website. So that's a nice feature there. And I know, Carrie, also on the Nature Center Facebook page, you guys keep people updated with different events and camps coming up also.
Sure.
Now we have, Carrie, on the camps, I know we just want to touch on that for one more minute. We have 8 different camps, and without getting into the details of all of them, there's pretty much something for each
Absolutely.
child.
All age groups. We got craft camps.
Yeah.
We got sportsman skills camps, encountering wildlife camps, archery camps. Oh, there's something
Yeah.
for everybody, Even for the littles, we have camp for them.
That's perfect. People want to stay busy during the summer, so at the Burgess Shadbush Nature Center, they sure can.
Something to do. Definitely something to do.
Now, Carrie, you have a special guest with us today.
Yeah.
Something you find in.
I'm not used to doing animals, Joe. I'm feeling a little bit like Jack Hanna here, So I guess I'll be his version today. What we have is a native box turtle.
Okay.
There are 10 different types of turtles we have in Michigan. And what we like to tell the kids is kind of neat is all these little scales on the back are called scoots. And they're actually made out of the same material that your fingernails are made out of.
No kidding.
This is a land turtle because we have land and water turtles.
Okay.
It's a box turtle. And one of the unique features of this land turtle as compared to the water turtles is this turtle can actually go inside of its shell. Come on, get inside there. Oh, you little troublemaker. He actually goes inside of his shell and it'll actually close up like a cupboard.
Ooh, does that hurt him?
No, he's just being difficult because he's been out running around. He's feeling his newfound freedom. But this will actually close right up He's
It
being
actually seals right up.
seals right up. Whereas other turtles they can go into the shell, but they don't have the ability to close it because there's a little hinge actually on the bottom of their shell.
Cool. So that's obviously for protection.
Yeah, it's a protection device.
Is that how he sleeps at night too?
No, they sleep any way they sleep, but that's the way of eluding predators.
Really?
Yep. Neat thing about turtles is they don't have live young; they have shells. But unlike birds, they have a hard shell. They have a leathery shell.
Okay.
And one of the disadvantages of these as compared to other animals and their young is once they lay their eggs, they don't hatch them like a duck or a chicken would. They don't stay with the eggs. They bury them in sand or light soil, and they walk. And
They don't come back to nature.
no, they have no
young
mother
at all.
naturing skills at
Okay.
all. It's just they bury them and they go. But the sad part about it is with all the rise in the predators we have like skunks and raccoons and possums, they're digging up the shells and eating them, and we're seeing more and more of that. And another disadvantage these poor guys have is crossing roads. Too many of the breeding age turtles are being hit by cars. So, we want people to take and be careful and, handle them correctly, keep them in their natural environment, and if you see one on the road, don't look and say, well, there's water over there. Well, that's where he came from. I'm going to put him back over there when he's actually trying to go across, maybe to lay eggs or something. So if it's safe, no cars, and you can move them over to the side of the road that they're going to,
Now this turtle here, what type of
This-
home, where dwelling? Does it dig a hole in the ground?
Forest floor,
Yeah.
basically, is their native
Really?
habitat. Exactly. Like I said, it's a land turtle. Another neat thing about turtles is if you want to get them for a pet, do a little research because some turtles are known to live upwards of 100 years. Unless you want your grandchildren taking the turtle off your hands. They're blasé. They only do so much. They don't do tricks. They don't change colors. They eat.
Now you mentioned it's a box turtle.
Yes.
How does that different from a snapping turtle? This one doesn't bite.
This one is a very laid-back turtle, whereas a snapping turtle is a very aggressive turtle. Other than that, there are little differences in them. But like
Have you ever seen them snip at anybody?
this particular turtle, no. Most of our turtles do not.
Yeah.
Obviously, you haven't been fed in a while, and you hand them a cricket or something, you might get bit. Whereas snapping turtles
Sure.
are on the offensive, defensive. They're a little more aggressive.
Very good.
All good.
That is great. Well, I appreciate you bringing the turtle on the show. Does he have a name? I know some of the animals.
We have 2 native box turtles and 1 non-native box turtle. I'm not sure if this is the male or female.
Gotcha.
One of them is Darth Vader and the other one is Bonnie. So I
know
don't
you
know if this is Darth Vader or
Yeah.
Bonnie.
I know we got the teen volunteers like to nickname the animals over.
Every
there,
animal
so-
in there has a name. I can't remember them all.
Does that bother him?
No.
That is tough.
And they can actually take these scooch scales and look under a microscope and actually count them like rings of a tree and age the turtle when they drop a scoop.
Oh, really? That's how they find
Yeah.
it? Really? Well, Carrie, we appreciate you bringing the turtle on the show today. Anything else exciting going on at the Nature Center? I know you're going to be busy with the camps coming up for the next 8 weeks.
Pretty much camps.
Yeah.
We're gearing up for those. I mean, they fill fast. So if you're interested in any information, please check our website and our other various information and get in quick because they've been on the rise and we've been filling up.
And one last question for you. If people don't sign up for a camp, but they just want to bring their children or grandkids out to the Nature Center, you can stop by and enjoy the animals anytime you want, correct?
Absolutely, and it's free.
Good. Well, Carrie, thanks for being on the show today. We appreciate it.
Good.
And to everyone watching, thank you very much. We appreciate it. If you have any input that you'd like to see in our park system or any of our events coming up, please give us a call, 731-0300. And please remember, at Shelby Parks and Rec, we create community through people, parks, and programs. Thanks for watching.